Michael John, first in the house. Henry, yeah, it is a great day. The sun's been shining the past few days with no rain. Although I know it's rain season, but nice to see you, Michael John and Henry. Yeah, like I said, rain's to be expected, but when you get consecutive days of rain, sometimes it takes a toll on me. I prefer sunshine, although I know we need rain. But Gwen is here. Hello, Gwen. Wednesday, Dumaguete, Philippines. Grind, time for the walk. It's, I don't know, in the 80s, something like that. All I know is the sun's shining and there's no anticipated rain that I know of. That's not to say something couldn't pop up, but I think everything should be clear and dry, which that's what I like. Sunshine is like the charger and we're the battery. Michael John knows all about sunshine and how we feel about the power of the sun. Kevin, hey Kevin, what's up, my brother from another? Kevin's here, Possum's here. Happy Wednesday, downtown Dumaguete, Philippines. Ready to get this walk going, talk about whatever, anything and everything, as long as it's, respectful, decent. But Traveler Flies is here. Aloha, the Traveler. I love my friends that are from Hawaii. They're either here or some are actually still in Hawaii. But it's an absolutely sunny, gorgeous day. We'll make our way down that way at some point. I started it here kind of in the shade instead of being directly in the sun. Although I don't mind the sun, but my phone has more of an attitude when it comes to getting overheated. No, Kevin, it's not evil. You're listening to too much of the... I'm not even gonna say. Not even gonna say. All I know is I feel like $1 million when I'm in the sun. Gino, brother from another, is here. And happy again, once again, I know I said happy birthday, but happy belated birthday to Gino, which is Dazzle TV. And yeah, if you're interested in someone who's not only a great person, but he's Filipino-American, actually, that's Gino, Dazzle TV. Subscribe to his channel. He's a very good friend of mine. I haven't met him face-to-face yet, which is kind of funny. Wild that we haven't met yet, but he just celebrated his 60th birthday. So happy, again, belated 60th birthday to Gino. Don't look a day over 40. Maybe even younger than that. Sometimes your looks can be deceiving on camera, but I'm sure you look younger in person. And you're younger at heart anyway, so that's a good thing. I know you're pulling my chain, Kevin. You know I'm a sun god, and it's okay. Thank you. They have all the guards out, like they're all doing the street stuff, so everybody can pass the street. Mayong buntag. Nice to see you. I love meeting people. That's like the best thing. Oh, no worries, Gino. Of course, I gotta shout my friend out. It's a big deal. It's a birthday. Although for me, I kind of just, every day in the Philippines feels like it's a birthday to me. But you're welcome. Kevin, I would miss Dumaguete if I was you too, but I know how I felt when I was living in Bacolod, and I miss Dumaguete. That's not to say that I'm not looking forward to visiting other places, obviously, but I think a lot of those other places now, obviously Palawan and maybe Camaguan Island, obviously Boracay up by Gino. I would visit a lot of those places and be like, man, I could get used to this. But I don't know. The people are really special here in Dumaguete, and I can't like emphasize that enough. It's like a big deal. Michael Tony from Santa Fe is here. Long time no see. I'm doing great. Sun's out. I know they make the joke, sun's out, guns out, but I'm not like a gun type of person when it comes to fitness. I like just being toned and fit. That's about it. I don't need to be muscle bound. Traveler says it's been raining here in Rizal for 3 days now. I'm definitely looking forward to the sunshine. And that's what makes you appreciate it even that much more here in the Philippines is during rain season. Like I said, it's like any season anywhere in the world. It's hit or miss. But yeah, I'm just elated, ecstatic, however you want to, what word you want to use. I'm happy when it's sunshine. I can't stand clouds even for so long. For me, it's like, what's the point of being here if I'm not going to be sweating? But like I always say, if I only have two choices, sweat my butt off or freeze my butt off, that's an easy thing for me to do. Is simply choose to sweat. And actually, it's not bad. Like, you can see the trees are blown. There's a breeze. There's always a breeze for the most part when you live this close to the water. I think that's another thing I like. And that was the way it was in Florida. I live close to the beach in Florida. There's always a breeze. But the more inland you went, landlocked, it got hotter. But nice to see you, Tony. Kevin, you'll eventually make it back here to Dumaguete. It's funny, though. You miss our walks. I used to just laugh on our walks, Kevin, because you had that umbrella that always got in the way. And you know I'm teasing you, but it kind of did, especially when we went to cross the street, because if you were to my left or my right, you would block my line of vision, like sight. I couldn't see. So it was almost like that umbrella was a safety hazard. But I'm going to go by the water, of course, real quick and expose my phone to some heat. But the breeze does help. Plus, getting the new battery definitely helps also. Is your father and brother and sisters doing okay back in Mechanicsburg, says Tony. Yeah, they're fine. I mean, I spoke to them a couple of days ago. My fat fingers always get in the way of this. The little menu that pops up on the side. And if your fingers just ever so slightly go over the side, it pulls up the menu, and then that's when I end up accidentally hitting it. But yeah, happy. Paul says, been a sec. Nice to see you, Paul. Maybe you're new, or Pauloman. I don't know. Welcome to Dumaguete, Philippines. Happy Wednesday. Beautiful. I'd say it's in the 80s. I don't know the exact weather forecast. As long as there's no rain, I don't care how hot it gets, but it really does look beautiful today. Connie's here. Hello, Michael from Fishers, Indiana. My husband started his cardiac rehab and is doing great. Your health is so important. Amen to that. That's why I'm trying to move the wind. That's why, health. Heck, just research all the effects of walking. Like, they break it down and how many, if you do so many minutes, this happens, so many minutes, this happens, so many minutes, that happens. happens. I mean, there's so many benefits of walking at a decent speed. Like, I don't know how many benefits you get walking like at snail's pace, but I guess it's better than doing nothing. Gary, hey Michael, I should be visiting Dumaguete next week. Are you sure you want to do that, Gary? You sure you want to visit? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. That's awesome, though. I love it here. You know how I feel about Dumaguete. I mean, obviously you'll be driving from Bacolod, well, still beats traveling by car or motorbike is definitely better than traveling by bus, which Gino and I have covered that before, talking about the inconveniences of traveling by bus. Not that I really need to rehash that, but for me and for Gino, we both kind of think alike. If that bus trip was more than 4 hours long, you might not enjoy it too much. 4 hours is long enough. And it's not like they have like a porta potty bathroom on the bus. If you like drinking coffee or any type of liquid and they don't stop for you to go to the bathroom, yeah, you better have the ability to hold your bladder, which I kind of learned that I can hold my bladder. I always could. It's just not much fun. But that's awesome, Gary. That's cool that you're going to be coming back to Duma. Again, I think things are always good. They actually continue to get better. For me, anyway. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for others in regards to their experiences in Dumaguete. Mine are perfectly fine, great, and I think a lot of that has to do with my relationships with the locals. I think that's what takes my whole experience living here in the Dumaguete specifically to a whole other level. Maybe someday I'm gonna get across the street. But we're gonna go for a walk like I always do every day. And I'm so thankful and blessed that everybody that joins me, like I said, it's random topics, random everything. But if you are new to the channel, and Jeff is here, Jeff Johnson, hello Jeff. Simply put, if you're new to the channel, my name is Michael, from the United States, born and raised basically in Pennsylvania. All my life, with the exception of about 2 years, I lived in Florida, which is definitely my choice. If I was still in the States, I live in Florida, but I always throw in this little kicker, which is a fact. If I was still living in the United States, I wouldn't be fortunate like I am to be retired. I would have to work, and who knows until what age? I really don't know. Even having a simple lifestyle, even in America, requires decent living, and I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not rich. Never will be, and quite honestly, with my experiences here now, I really don't care, because certain things for me are important in regards to money and finances and all that stuff. But for me, the happiness that I found is kind of like a priceless happiness. So I'm benefiting right now of being 56 years of age, retired. I do have a pension income and savings, so I do have that. That's vital and important. But I get to get up and be healthy, do my walking, do my exercise, have a healthy diet, embrace this awesome sunshine, and feel great basically every day. And I'm thankful that I have that. But I wouldn't be doing this right now if I was living in the States. That's just a fact. But man, to be able to be healthy and physically not limited on anything, to do things and enjoy things in life, heck, for me, I can't speak for anybody but myself. I'm winning in life. This makes me happy. Let me get back to this. Sorry, I don't mean to ignore you guys. Simon is here. I see you, Simon. Everyone remember, says Possum about, yeah, double tap or subscribe if that's what you're into. If not, it's okay. Gary says only 2 nights. Have to get some paperwork done and release the car loan. Can't be done from here. I gotcha. No worries. I guess I would like to say, Gary, I hope you enjoy your stay here in Dumaguete. Simon, hello, Simon. Gino says difficult to travel by bus. Exactly. You have to have patience, period. When you're living here, you acquire patience or you don't. And a lot of aspects of life here in the Philippines. But a bus, traveling by bus, you definitely have to be patient and experience it. That way you know. I know what my limit is, and it's no more than 4 hours. That's for sure. Gino says good morning to Simon. Art Parks is here. Castaway walk and roll. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, it is walk and roll. Thank you for being here. Nasty Cat is here. Bad Gigi says hello from Texas. Welcome from Texas. That's so cool, and I love when people say hello and tell me where they're from. I just think that's neat because you never know who else is in here from Texas. So welcome, Bad Gigi. Simon says, Gino, hope you had a great birthday. Tony, have you noticed if the gas prices is going down over there? Tony, I'll walk past the gas station once I get around or remind me. I'm not one that normally checks it because I don't buy gas. I don't need it. I only need to feed myself for my gas because, as I always say, Shoe Leather Express for me. Very burnt out, says Hola from Colombia. Nice to see you from Colombia. That is so cool. I love when people say where they're from and introduce themselves. That's what makes the live stream, the chat, so much more fun. When people identify where they're from, it kind of shows you know the world is so big, but then it makes you feel like, man, the world is so small. Me living here in the Philippines from the United States, from Pennsylvania, travel time to get here to the Philippines is literally, well, the time difference is 12 hours between me speaking with my father, and brother and whatnot in the USA. So you kind of take that mindset, wow, I'm halfway around the world. And you literally are. But man, it's so nice that the sun's out. I don't care how hot it is. I can always get water. Very burnt says, hola. Again, hello from Seattle, Washington. We got El Camino. Nice to meet you, El Camino. Welcome to Dumaguete, Philippines. We're at the public market area, which I walk past this every day, live stream or not. This is like my favorite part. One of my favorite. I do have many favorite parts here in Dumaguete, but the public market is like, for me, is like the heart and soul of Dumaguete anyway, but I would say any barangay, any location, if you have a public market, I just feel like this is where the nicest, sweetest, welcoming people you ever meet here. But nice to meet you, El Camino. Again, very burnt out. Yeah, so you have people saying hi. That's like one of the best parts. I'm gonna get water though soon. What else can I say? I'm waiting for comments or questions. Usually I have a hard time keeping up, and I always apologize if I miss any comments or questions. Sometimes when I'm focused on walking without running into people, I tend to miss comments and questions, and I don't do that on purpose. So I apologize. But right now I feel like I'm somewhat caught up for the most part. I don't see my one friend. She's usually sitting here, but she must be busy. But yeah, it's 11:23 a.m. right now in Dumaguete, Philippines, Wednesday, 11 Canberra says, why so many cups? They're like security. Honestly, I think they're smart for doing it. It just, I think it prevents this, you know. Sometimes if you put, good law enforcement people in areas that, I guess that would probably tend to sway someone's mind of not, being a good citizen possibly. So maybe that's why they do it. It doesn't bother me. Plus it's a job, it's a job for them. Mr. 1966, are you safe from wildfire? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not aware of any wildfires. Could be, but I'm not sure of any right now. We've had plenty of rain, so I don't know of any wildfires in the Philippines. It's been rather wet lately. That's not to say that things don't dry up quick here. Yeah, they're probably, Agnes and Phil Adventure, probably going to get some Pandasol. I need to get water though, real quick, because I don't want to forget. And she's usually the one I get the water from, as long as they have some.
Water?
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, public market, Dumaguete, Philippines, out for my daily walk. And if you're new to the channel, double tap the like. It helps my channel. And also, if you're not a subscriber, you're more than welcome to follow the simple journey of, thank you, Simple Michael in the Philippines. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Just let me get this, because I am sweating. But thank you everybody for being here. And again, if you're not a subscriber and you want to just follow, I'm just an everyday foreigner living his life in Dumaguete, Philippines. You're more than welcome. Subscribe, give me a like. It just helps the channel grow. I'm just happy and positive and blessed to just be in the situation I'm in. And we got Ayatai 1938 from Chicago. Welcome from Chicago. I'm born and raised in Pennsylvania, so I'm not far from you, but Chicago's the windy city. I'm sure you get much colder weather than I do. Although right now it's summertime for you, and I have to move because this thing's in the way. I just wanted to drink this water quick before I start rolling. Plus the phone feels a little warm. I think eventually I'm gonna get a fan, a little attachment fan for the phone. Oh, there's a big fire in Washington State. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on in the U.S. How much is the U.S. dollar worth there from Ohio, says Who's Shoof. Last I looked, it was like 61 point something Philippine pesos. So it's been fluctuating, but it's been hanging around 61, which is really good, actually. I haven't looked at it in the past couple days, but 61 point something is usually what it's been at. Who Shoops. And welcome to my live stream, which is a good, actually, exchange rate. All right, you go, 61.34. Yeah, it's been hovering in 64, up and down. That'd be awesome if it would hit over 62. If it goes over 62, that would be great for people like myself who exchange in USD. Almost done. I just needed a water break. Plus I had coffee before this, and when you drink coffee, it basically, caffeine dehydrates you very quickly and very easily. I need to find, sometimes it can be a challenge finding a trash can, or you just see a bag sitting somewhere. I don't like just putting my trash anywhere. I try to make things better as best as I can. I don't know if those are trash cans with the lids, but it could be something else. What can you buy with 61 pesos? Well, you can buy a lot of things. I mean, heck, just this bottle of water is only 15 pesos, if that gives you an idea. In the public market, most of the places it's 20, but here in the public market it's 15. And if you want the bigger one, it's only 5 more pesos. That should give you an idea. 20 pesos will also get you a tricycle ride pretty much one end of Dumaguete City to the other, even a little outside of it if you go to the terminal, which I can show you over here. I just can't find a darn trash bag. Like I said, it can be challenging to find a place to dispose of trash. Again, I think the more trash cans they have, the more they need people to collect it, and maybe that's why. But I occasionally get lucky. But yeah, like, 61 pesos, you're gonna get more value for the dollar. Certainly here. Like get a haircut, for example. If 61, like this is the terminal. Like it goes to one location, this can take you to Banilad, this can take you to like Bakong area. But if you wait, you pay 20 pesos, you get in one of these, but you gotta wait till it fills up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I usually sit here, 5 and then the rider, because you have more leg room for me when you have long legs. Sometimes I try to find the tricycle that has the higher roof, because this can be a problem. Like that one's a little more raised up to get, so you're not like, your neck, you don't feel like you're kind of stuck under there. But I rarely travel in a tricycle. It's only when I go to I walk to Banilad, but sometimes I'll take a tricycle back. I get sourdough bread there, but Navy woman is here. Hello, Navy. Amy. That's Amy, his Navy woman. Agnes said she'd get one of those water backpacks with a suction straw. I had one. Yeah, I thought about those camelbacks, but the only problem is, Agnes, it's like, Irene says, good morning, watching from the Philippines. Welcome, Irene. I like it when people from the Philippines take time out of their life and join me watching a live stream. I just have to watch. The gas station. I better go down this way. There's a gas station down here. I didn't want to forget to check the prices of gas. But like when I've worn a backpack and stuff like that, you just sweat more in the back of your shirt. I'm usually good though. Like I hydrate fairly well before I go out. Again, you have to monitor drinking coffee because that can accelerate you dehydrating. Caffeine dehydrates you. But I've only had one. But here's another thing. You get a haircut here in the Philippines. I love to give that example to 61 point whatever pesos to the dollar. You can get a haircut, various prices. The way I've noticed the barber shops fluctuate here is if the barber shop has air conditioning inside the barber shop, you might pay a little more, and I get it because they have to pay their electric bill for the air con. Go to a barber shop that's basically outdoors, but there's like a breeze and a fan blowing, that's probably under 100 pesos. I've spent 50 pesos to 60 pesos for a haircut, a faded good haircut in Bacolod. So think about it. 61 pesos is $1. I spent under 60 pesos for a haircut that I spent $25 for in America. And it was literally just as good. Same faded, gas station. See what happens when I get distracted. I don't know if they always update the gas price. I don't know how accurate they are, but I'm gonna show you anyway. Greggy says, hey, see, right now it's showing, this is what it's showing. Diesel, 87.90 per liter. Unisaver 80.90 per liter for the people wanting the gas price. Again, I don't know if that's currently updated, but it's certainly lower than what it once was before. Africa will never unite. Your skin is starting to look, well, I should. I always try to tell people, I mean, your body adapts to whatever you're in if you allow yourself to be out. Some people always complain about how hot it is. I'm like, well, what are you doing all day? And they're like hanging out in the air condition. Well, you're never going to adapt to the heat if you're always in the air condition. I mean, that's a given. Your skin's never going to adapt if you're never out in it. I'm not saying the first day you would arrive here and you're as white as all can be and then get zapped and burnt. I'm not saying do that. But you can do, you know, little time limits. Natural sunlight is good for you. You just have to do it the right way. But that's coming from me and my experiences. Everybody's different. But yeah, you get darker here. Your melanin in your skin adapts to the weather, the sun. Gregory says, go San Mariano Pangasinan. When are we getting you a motor to show us? You know, Africa will never unite. That's going to be, when I do that motorbike stuff, which I did a couple times recently with my friend David, otherwise known as Swiss Humanity. That'll come with him because he's more experienced. So if this weekend's weather, which right now the weekend upcoming is supposed to be nice, if the weather's good, then we're gonna go out and do something. We might go to Apo Island, but again, my live streams are only as good as the internet, you know, provides. So it's kind of like a trial and error thing where I have to practice and learn. Africa will never unite. So again, if I could do a live stream everywhere I go, oh my, that would be great. But that's eventually maybe gonna have to turn into like a Starlink Mini thing. And although Starlink Mini would be a great idea, it is more expensive. And it has to be, for me, thinking business minded, what's the return on investment? If I'm gonna invest in Starlink for, say, YouTube, I'm just like simple, small Michael YouTube. Like, I know all the professionals and stuff use much better ways of streaming, but I'm not a professional in any way. I'm just little Michael sharing his life. But if God willing, something changes and opportunities, present itself, then I'll move in that direction. But right now, I'm just making the most of what I have, testing out areas. Because sometimes when we're out I was with David recently, you're out traveling and actually the stream held up pretty good. It's once we got up into higher elevations or mountains on the sides of us, kind of enclosed us, blocking the signal from coming in. So that happens. Agnes said this, Dingleberry says Starlink's not worth it. I guess it can. I guess I could see both sides of that. There are people that I've seen streaming from very remote locations. Dingleberry, I love that name, just makes me laugh. That they have that advantage of being in certain places where I don't. So right now it's probably not worth me getting it, but it could potentially be a better option. Or I'll just have to do more videos, which again, I'm not a YouTube video guy, at least the way I feel right now. I'm only gonna make videos if it's something fun, adventurous, neat, special. I'm just not one of those guys that just throws videos together and just to put a video out. I'd rather just do a live stream because it's more intimate, more personal, right in the moment, even simply just walking or going somewhere with my friend David, like I said, otherwise known as Swiss Humanity. So we'll see. But I appreciate the signal. Yeah, like I said, I have dual eSIMs right now. I have two. I have Smart eSIM and I have Globe eSIM. But Smart has been working so well, I haven't had to flip to the Globe at all. I mean, heck, I've never really ever, maybe once I did it. And I just have to, you know, if I would have to flip in the middle of a stream, it would be just like a little bit of a pause. But Dingleberry said the gigabytes are very small. If you just leave it on, it'll burn all your data up. Danish is here, says hello. Michael Hunter, hello Michael Hunter, happy Wednesday. The sun is shining and I'm happy. For the past few days, the rain has taken a break, much needed break. I'm not saying I fall into a bad state of depression, but I miss the sun. Like when it's just clouds and rain, the walks and being out aren't quite the same, but it's much better. It's been like this the past few days. Nice breeze, 80 something degrees. I know Dr. Red, that's another person. I don't know where Dr. Red is. Maybe he's in here and I missed him. But I did start my stream earlier, like I guess it was like 11 o'clock. I'm trying to start that earlier just because I know some people come on the East Coast and it's late for them. And I'm always so thankful that people even sacrifice maybe their sleep getting up. But hello, Pigpen, I see you. I'm in my home state tonight, but Denise, nice to see you again. Sweet Caroline's here. I think I'm going back. Maybe some of these I missed and I apologize. Ken Star says pesos, or Ken Start. Oh yeah, Ken Star. Greg, I saw that, says hey. You gotta be careful on these sidewalks. They're not very level, so it's not like I can just walk carelessly like I could in America. You have to be careful, you'll trip here. Sometimes I forget. Alan Crutcher says hello, but again, Navy's here. Moonchild Pink says, hey, Michael in chat. Emmy Vlogs is here. Hello, Emmy Vlogs. Good morning to everyone. Tony, yes, the sun does uplift my spirit, Tony. I'd say it's a little obvious. I don't know. I'm just like, I can only compare it to like growing up as a kid in Pennsylvania when you have 4 seasons. Summertime was my favorite time of the year, and unfortunately it was like the shortest time of the year. But I'd be so much happier, more energetic, obviously always outdoors, swimming pools, something sun-related. Yeah, I prefer the sunshine, no doubt. Kayla Phillips, hey, how are you? I am good, Kayla. Thank you, Emmy Vlogs, for the like and done. I appreciate that. Take'em Jackson says, people out there know how to walk. You got to be careful. Oh, yeah, I know. Like I said, I was baptized by fire here in the Philippines. The best way to learn. I can remember the first day I ever got here and saw everything and was like, oh, was very intimidated. Now, not so much. I'm not saying I could walk with my eyes shut, but I'm much more confident and comfortable here walking than I was when I first got. And thank you, Kayla. I see the hiding. Thank you, Kayla. I'm definitely not hiding. I'm back. I'm out and about. So happy to just share this with everybody. And I hope everybody else is doing very good too. Positivity is healthy. Positivity, happiness is simply contagious. And the last time I went by this bus station, like I said, this is new, which is smart. Not that I eat this stuff, but they put a donut shop for people to grab donuts before they get on the bus, or like something like that to make. This is some sort of empanadas, probably hard-boiled eggs. But yeah, they have snacks for people to grab before they get on the bus, which is very smart. very business, so many people, but you can get snacks in there as well. But yeah, like I said, traveler beware. If you want to take a bus, it's cool, but I don't know. Make sure you have a strong bladder, or just don't drink anything. If you like drinking coffee, and there's no guarantees on the stops, that's for sure. And they're not usually, sometimes they're not very long. It's like 30 seconds probably. People are getting off, on and rolling. It's not very long lasting. No, thank you. Trying to sell me watches and glasses. It's funny. I don't know that particular guy, but there's other guys on the boulevard that are regulars over there selling watches or glasses, or heck, they're even selling like, it's almost like Viagra. It's funny. I'm like, no, I'm perfectly fine. I'm good. I don't need glasses. I don't need a watch. I don't want anything. Dakota says, sir, please eat a donut from time to time. Enough the finer things. I like banana bread, or as in the Philippines they call it banana cake. That's me spoiling myself, banana cake. Now, I've had a bite of a donut, I will admit. Someone wanted me to try it. I said, well, at least taste a little bit. But I'm just so disciplined with what I stay away from. Now, if the donut was like glazed in real honey or coconut sugar, something more natural, then I'd eat it. For me, and I've said this over and over before, but it's the sugar that's not natural that I prefer to stay away from. That's just me. But I understand you, Dakota. I get it, man. Believe me, I don't think I'm missing the finer things in life. I just choose to remove things that I will so easily, don't have enough discipline to. I guess it's okay to try, in my opinion, but it's the people that consistently eat that stuff and then they wonder why they have health problems. I don't know. I can only tell people so much. It's up to them. But to each his own. I just know what life I'm living. And yeah. But I got you. Gor Sharon Dios says Saturday. Something SAT, SRI, Akal, I don't know. Punjab, how are you? I'm doing great. I know I'm probably not saying this right. Gorsharan, something like that. Dakota says, much respect or big respect to the discipline. That's really what it comes down to. It's discipline. Same with going out and exercising every darn day, walking 10 plus miles a day. It takes discipline. I guess, when you first start out, it's very easy to be like, I don't feel like doing it today, and just not do it. But I've done it for so long, I won't not do it. I'd have to be severely sick or something just for me not to do it. Because the positives and the pros versus the cons of me simply walking, and look it up, like the pros of walking is. Now, I'm not walking as fast as I normally do, but I don't want to bounce the phone around a lot either. I'm almost at the mall, just for people, people always like it when I eventually end up at the mall. I'm not a big mall person per se. I could care less. I only go there if I absolutely need something. But when I do walk out this way, normally, I can get hit with a cool blast of air conditioning. I can go to the bathroom if I need to go. But this is the Robinson. Anybody who doesn't realize, there's a mall here in the Philippines. There's many malls. A lot of people say, oh, third world country. They don't know what they're talking about. You're welcome, Gorsharan. Hope to see you again. You're cutting. Usually when I go into the mall, it can cut in and out, just fair warning. But it'll come. How are you doing, sir? Mayong buntag. So it may. Sometimes it cuts in and out. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll see what happens. But so far, it didn't cut out on my end. So maybe we're okay. Yeah, banana bread, possum, or banana cake, as they call it here. I don't feel guilty eating that. It's the same thing with bread. I only prefer sourdough bread. I mean, they like their sweets here in the Philippines. I'm okay if it's a natural sweetener. I just don't want nothing to do with the other, what's this called, crap. They should check online for the biggest mall, the Philippines. Yeah, Mall of Asia is in Manila. I've never been there, but the one thing I like about the Mall of Asia is they have a specific Brooks outlet for my favorite shoes. So my friend Kevin, who was on the live earlier, MLNRT, hello my friend, I see you there. My friend Kevin, when he was in Manila, he was in the Mall of Asia, and he got me some Brooks shoes and sent them LBC, shipped them here to me in Dumaguete, and then I was able to easily pay him for everything using Gcash. It's so much nice. Kayla, I've had lemon bread, but not here in the Philippines. I do like lemon bread. I remember having it in the States. The bread, what bread gets mold fast? Which one, Dingleberry? What bread are you speaking to specifically? But yeah, see, this usually is filled with, other than these shops, but this whole area usually has something going on, but not right now. Nice to see you, MLNRT. Happy Wednesday from Dumaguete, Philippines. I see you pass by. We're eating here at Hukad. Where Hukad? Why don't I know that? Is that here in the mall sometimes in Florida? And welcome sometimes in Florida. I lived in Florida for 2 years. Loved it. That would be where I would hopefully be living if I was still in the U.S. But again, hate to be redundant and repeat myself, but I'd still be working if I was in there. Where is Hukad? Is that here in the Robinson Mall? Or is it somewhere else I walked past? But it's nice to meet you, at least on here. Pretty much all the bread. You know what, Dingleberry? I don't have problems with my sourdough. I buy 2 loaves of sourdough already cut, and I put it in the freezer. And when I need a slice, I pull out a couple. And so that's how I eliminate mold. But yeah, any bread's gonna get moldy. Yeah, I put it in the freezer. You saw Christmas stuff. Williams. I'm looking. Maybe you saw something that resembles Christmas stuff, but it'll be coming. It'll be coming soon. That's for sure. William, Christmas stuff. They start decorating and putting stuff up really early here in the mall, or in the Dumaguete, Philippines in general, which I love. I love that they start celebrating Christmas early. It's definitely hot up here. It's like they have a breeze because they're doing construction down there where the movie theater is. Connie said, do they have zucchini bread? That's another one. I can't. I've had not squash bread, but squash. I don't know. I've never seen, to be honest with you, zucchini bread. Although it's good, I like it, but I haven't had it here. I don't even know if I've ever seen it. Tuna sub says nice. I've had a tuna sub. Probably not in the Philippines though. I haven't had a tuna sub. Very creative name, tuna sub. I'll never forget that. That's why when people make these very unique names, tuna sub, I mean, you can't forget that. Tony says, have you heard of fried banana? Oh yeah, that would be like, or banana Q. I know now you can get the banana Q in the oil or whatever. Just watch what oil you're using. Or I know they've actually put bananas like on a grill, like on, I don't know how big the flame is, but they've grilled them. But yeah, banana Q. They're good. They're a different type of banana, much smaller. Ruby Red is here. My goodness, nice to see you, Ruby Red. You're from Italy, and that flag definitely helps too, but I remember you. Ciao, Michael and Chad from Italy. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. Just the normal little pit stop through the mall. I know people like that, and I should probably flip that because people don't really want to see my face. Kamoti Q is also good. What is Kamoti? Why? I probably should know that, or maybe I do know it. Kamoti Q. I'm gonna go back down because I prefer being outside. I go nuts in the mall. Unless I'm here to buy something, I'm not like really a people watcher either for the most part in the mall. Plus you'll see more people outside than you will in here. I haven't Kamoti Q. The mall looks pretty full occupancy wise. Some of these malls up here are pretty low. Oh, sweet potato. Well, I would definitely like a sweet potato. I remember making my sweet potatoes back home, putting some olive oil on it, poking holes in it with a fork, putting olive oil and sea salt on a sweet potato and putting it in an air fryer. Do it for whatever, as long as you want. Make the skin on the outside as crispy as can be, the inside. Cut that bad boy open, put some real grass-fed butter, add whatever to it. Man, so good out of an air fryer. You can't go wrong with a sweet potato in an air fryer. But yeah, MLNRT, the malls here, it's like, I mean, today's Wednesday. I mean, when I was here just the other day, it always feels like it's a weekend here. People come to the malls a lot more here than they do that I remember back home. Although I'm talking about Pennsylvania malls, even Florida malls, But for me, it's like living here. I'd rather be outside. That's why I'm here in the Philippines. And when I lived in Florida, I went to the beach a lot when I lived in Florida. I would go to the ocean. Good morning. No. I'm good. Thank you. Huh? Yes, I'm vlogging. It's okay. Thank you. They wanted me to sit in one of those vibrating massaging chairs. No, I'm good. Ruby Red says Kamoti Q, also spelled Kamoti Q, is a popular Filipino street food and an afternoon snack. It consists of thick sliced sweet potatoes, deep fried. I know for sure I haven't had that yet. I'm gonna have to look for it though now. I mean, I'd be good just with the sweet potato. I wouldn't even need the caramelized brown sugar. I wouldn't need anything. I would just eat it with butter, or just eat it plain. But yeah, I'm back out. See, I just like it better outside. Although it gets so bright, and then it's hard for me to see on the screen, but I think I'll be okay. So they just closed a mall. Yeah, it's like, you know, the malls here still, they remind me of the 80s here. That's what I think of when I'm in the malls here in the Philippines. This takes me back in time. I mean, yes, people online shop, I guess Shopee, what is it, Lazado or something like that. But I still think people enjoy, shopping in the mall. I don't buy much per se in the mall. These shirts I do, I go to that Unique, whatever that store, Unique something, because they're cotton shirts you can find there. But yeah, that's the one thing that's nice about the malls here. They're much more active like they used to be, like, some of us might remember. Very, very nostalgic, like time machine like feeling here in the malls. They have closed so many malls throughout the US, and it's kind of a shame, you know what I mean? Because that's where I think people, that's where it was nice because it was a social gathering. It's how people met people. It's how people communicated. Now everything is so digitized. We live in a digital world. Not to say people aren't communicating. Obviously, I'm communicating through YouTube or whatnot, but I wish some of the stuff would still remain. I think that's what's kind of, to me, that hurts places in the world culturally, socially. When there were no phones, smartphones, people interacted more. I have so many memories, But people in the phone world, I don't know, I guess you can take a lot of pictures with your smartphone. You have the memories in there, but so much more time is spent on people's phones compared to when I grew up as a kid and like younger teenage years, being able to like be with my friends and go to the mall and get pizza, go to the arcade, or not that that wasn't a digital world arcade, but I don't know. It was just a fun time, you know. Nobody had their phone. If you had to make a phone call, you were going to a pay phone, and I guess eventually pagers showed up. But M Lover TV says he just saw me in Robinson. Nice to meet you, M Lover TV. I don't know if you've ever been on my channel, but nice to see you, sorta, in the Robinson Mall. Next time you see me, M Lover TV, if that's correct, say hello. Don't be a stranger. My name's Michael. You probably already know that, but yes, I enjoy being in the mall. You guys, normally I'm not a mall person. I'm out in this walking, but nice to meet you, M Lover TV. Moonchild, oh yeah, so many malls. Yeah, it looks like that, the 80s. Connie says, I like sweet potato with butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. Cinnamon's not bad. I can handle cinnamon. This the sweetness already of a sweet potato. I don't need to add any sugar. I just don't. Like I said, I make one, poke holes in it with a fork, lather that thing up with olive oil, sprinkle sea salt all over it, and put it in the air fryer. I eat the skin and everything. And then split it open, butter, mash it all up, mix it, and yeah, you're making me hungry thinking about sweet potatoes. I wonder where Dr. Red Taco's at. I need my DRT. Moonchild said, my friends and I used to take the bus to the mall on Saturdays, and we were completely safe years ago in Miami. Yeah. But you know what my attitude is, Moonchild? Things can get the way it used to be. It's just a matter of doing it. Or you can let things fall apart. Simple as that. Fix it or don't fix it. Agnes said, last year I was in the Philippines. I ordered my fishing pole from Amazon. I was surprised that I received it in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not bad. Like, I actually have an order I'm waiting on from Amazon right now. It's my organic sea salt peppermint oil toothpaste. I'm a health nut, and I don't put chemicals in my mouth, Colgate and all that crap. No. I use sea salt peppermint oil toothpaste. There's a brand. It's not cheap, but then anything good for you is never cheap. So I'm waiting on my toothpaste and my everyday dose mushroom coffee, and I think it's a little late because of the rain and the typhoonish stuff that we kind of had a little bit of north up in Manila, maybe, because I think everything comes into Manila. So I might be going on, I don't know, it might be 2 weeks or longer. Usually I think it's quicker, but yeah, when you got to remember certain things. Amazon deliveries could be affected simply by weather getting here, but I'm waiting on it. But yeah, I definitely order quite a few things from Amazon that I can get. Some things I wish I could get, dry food related. I've said this before, like there's a organic granola. Now I'd get it at Costco's or BJ's in the US, but they sold it on Amazon. But here in the Philippines, any food related product, with the exception of coffee, which I don't know how coffee is not a food product, but they allow me to get the coffee here in the Philippines, but the organic granola, big no. Pumpkin seeds that are dry, no, they won't let me have that either. Pigpen, Agnes, that was probably a bot. No fluoride. What do you need fluoride for? You don't need fluoride. I mean, sea salt, peppermint oil. Where does sea salt come from? The ocean, natural. Where does some of the other stuff come from? Certainly not natural. That's just the way I view things, and it kind of makes sense. I think a lot of the stuff that we need is provided right here on Earth in a natural way, a non-chemical way. But that's just me. All I tell people is just do your research, open up your eyes, open up your mind, and come to conclusions on things. I know what mine are. And everything I've done has worked out well for me from an organic, natural way. No, I don't do fluoride. Derek, again, I see you here. Yeah, J. Doe, I am amazed that the malls in the Philippines and malls in the U.S. are ghosts. Yeah, they're basically ghost towns. I'd say when I was in the U.S. the last time, from June 8th till July 9th recently, I had to go to Dick's Sporting Goods just to get my Brooks, running shoes, walking shoes, whatever you want to call it. And I'd say there was more people in Dick's Sporting Goods than there were in the mall, which was connected to Dick's Sporting Goods. So yeah, it's crazy how things have changed. Hello, brother, what is up? You want to say hi? Hi. This is Kent. He's been hiding out. I don't know where he's been. Yeah, well, me and David are going to be buying some really nice rackets soon, playing, because we like it. And we started a little bit, but we want to pick it up and get more consistent with it. But I'm making you part of my... Yeah, yeah, you have lost some weight. You're looking better. You just need to get a little more sun. What is this? What is this? I'd be hot if I was wearing that. But there's a place called Allen something right here in the city that sells pickleball paddles. Just when you pass.
No, there's a lot of sellers there.
And they're expensive. Like the cheapest paddle was like $3,500. But then there were ones that were like $24,000.
By the like 10K?
10K, that's good enough.
My paddle is like 11.5.
All right, so that's a good price to pay. Because you need a paddle that you can feel it and hear it. Because the ones that are like 500, 700, they're junk.
There's no beat.
No, yeah, nothing.
So you're walking from there to there?
Yeah, I was at the mall. Now I'm walking up here. I walk everywhere. But anyway, this is my Filipino friend Kent. Just so you know, he's my brother from another mother. And all right, you'll see me walking. I'll catch up with you later. Yeah, well, either there or Star. I go everywhere. I will let you. We'll play together. I want to go to the place called the Dink. That court looks nice. The Dink.
There's a lot of very nice court here. The Park. You already hear the Park?
Not yet.
It's the biggest pickleball in Asia.
How much per hour?
400.
How much per hour? 400. That's expensive.
Yeah, but it's very nice.
All right, most places are like 250.
Yeah, but there 17 pickleball court from Cebu.
Because we need to play at least 2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours.
All right, brother.
Bye.
As always. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
See you. J. Doe says, do they have arcades in the Philippine malls? They do have, in the mall here, yeah, they have like an arcade. It's more of the games that you get tickets from and stuff like that. They give you tickets for winning like foosball, not foosball, that other game where you get the ball and you roll it. A lot of ticket giving games, but they do have some like the ninja fighting type games, arcade games. They do have that. But yeah, see, there's the stream going to the water. Yeah, Amy, it's a beautiful day. This is when I'm happiest. And look at those mountains in the background. Look at those beautiful mountains, Valencia Mountains, coconut trees everywhere. This is what I like, walking around, banana trees, coconut trees, mango trees just popping up anywhere. But yeah, beautiful weather. I used to love the mall arcades when I was a kid. Exactly. That's where we all hung out. That's where we all bonded as friends. Always asking somebody for 25 cents, a quarter to play the game until they put them up to 50 cents, some games. But, you know, that's where we all bonded, was in the mall. It's so different now. I mean, I'm glad I got to experience the 80s. I'm glad. Like, that's like my favorite time. And some of the 90s, obviously, too. But, man, I'm blessed that I got to live that and see that. And I have something to compare. Don't get me wrong, it's nice having a smartphone because I wouldn't be able to do this live stream. I mean, there are some benefits. I just don't allow the digital world to consume me. But I think that's because when you're older, you're just more disciplined. You don't allow the cell phone, that just doesn't consume you. Like, I tell people, I control my phone. The phone doesn't control me. What would happen if all of a sudden we didn't have our phones? Like, no ability to use our phone right now. Would it be a little bit of a problem? Yeah, for me, a little bit, just from a communication standpoint, but that's it. I'm not too concerned about anything other than the ability to communicate with others. That's, like, to me, the most important thing, but all the other stuff I don't really care about. David Golden Eagles here popping in. Hello, David. My mall in Marion, Indiana is deserted. Yeah, welcome again, though. It's nice to see you again, Derek. All the malls, poof, gone. Is your phone doesn't hot right now? It gets a little hot, but Amy, Navy woman, I got a new battery when I was in the US. Just replaced the battery. It does wonders. It's not just for charging your phone. A healthy battery, not an old used one, over time the battery health diminishes and then it affects the whole operating system of your phone. Well, now I have a new phone. It's not nearly as hot now as it was during dry season. It's never hot to me. Like, I don't know. It don't bother me. Locals always say, Sir Michael, aren't you hot? You're always walking during the hottest time of the day. I'm like, it don't bother me. It don't bother me. I enjoy it. I'm actually telling my team members who live far that they can go home early and just do WFH. What is WFH? I'm so bad when it comes to acronym type things. I could think of things. WFH. My phone's hot and won't charge. Probably need to replace the battery. And well, the older they get and the older the health of the battery, the easier they overheat. When your phone gets hot, mine is warm. Obviously just running a live stream warms up your phone. Then you have the sun, that heats it up even more. That diminishes the health of your battery over time. That's why it was the best thing. My battery overall health, you can check iPhone. It said my phone was like 81%. But it was 81. And they said your phone is about 80% or below, you should replace it. So many people just get a new phone because they feel like, oh, the operating system's not as good. Well, some of that's caused from the battery not being healthy. So, yeah, getting a new battery was a game changer for me, and I did it through Best Buy. It was $105, including the battery and the labor service. That's it. I'd rather spend that than $1,500 for a new phone. The Octopus Power Lines and the Trikes gives it away that it's the Philippines. Just a little bit, huh? Yeah, but that's okay. You know what I mean? See, that's good though. So you would have to ask me if it was the Philippines, maybe if you didn't see my father would refer to the power lines as looking like spaghetti. He said, what is all that spaghetti up there? I remember the first time he saw it. I'm like, it's the power lines. Oh, we fart hard. All right, that makes sense. This is Quezon Park. Work from home. You got me, Jade, though. I was thinking we fart hard. That could be it, too. I'm not up to snuff with all these acronyms, 3-letter abbreviations. Well, yeah, MILRT, if we didn't have our phone, we'd actually have to talk to each other. Well, that's why Christmas time, as we all got older, family Christmases and stuff, everybody getting together, like nobody was talking. Everybody was like sitting there on their phones. I remember my mother bringing that up, saying it's so different. Everybody's talking on their phone. Like, yeah, it's definitely a different world. I'm trying to get into with the pigeons. I never imagined there'd be pigeons or those little wrens, especially the wrens. Those birds are in Pennsylvania. I didn't think they'd have them here. Just check my battery health. It's 82%. See, there you go. Mine was 81 and I replaced it, and it was a game changer, Derek. So I don't know where you get phone battery replacements here in the Philippines. My battery is also an Apple battery replacement. It's not some other secondary, type battery. But I'm gonna cut through here. Martian. Yeah. This is the Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines, Wednesday. It's now 12:15 in the afternoon on Wednesday. It's a beautiful day. The shade actually feels good. That's why I'm going to walk more towards in the city. And what did I do on Monday? I actually had to go to immigration, dropped off my passport to get my first extension since returning here July 10th from the U.S. And anybody who doesn't know how that works, it's kind of like you get here to the Philippines, you go through basically security immigration at the airport. They stamp your passport. You basically get 29, 30 days, whatever you want to call it, right off the right from the get-go. And once I get within 7 to 10 days, I go to immigration to get, the first time you get an extension, it's 1 month. You can get 1 month. Then after the 1 month, then you get 2 months every time after it. So I did take care of that on Monday, and then next Monday I have to pick up my passport, which immigration is actually right up there to the right, not very far. So I did take care of that on Monday. And then that cost me 2,160 pesos for 1 month, which I don't understand. Maybe it's because it's my first time back returning, because after that I was paying 1,960 Philippine pesos for every 2 months. So it was 2,160 for 1 month, but yet it's 1,960 for 2 months. I also have to renew my ACR card, which is good for a year, ID card. That'll cost 7,400 and something pesos. I didn't pay for it yet. They said don't worry about that until I extend the next time. So yeah, next Monday I'll pick up my passport, and then I'll be good for 29, 30 days. But I always go back within 7 to 10 days. I don't wait till that close to the expiration date, because I want to pay the standard extension fee and not the expedited, because it's a couple thousand, I don't know what it is now, but it was a couple thousand more pesos if you have to get the expedited. And the only time they do that is if you're too close to the expiration date. So go 7 to 10 days to avoid. I mean, think smarter, not harder. Be smart. I mean, unless you don't care about spending the extra money. I do. Even if I was rich, I would still not spend money. I can go towards other things. Oh, Dr. Red is finally here. You probably didn't realize I was here so late, so early, Dr. Red. That's my bad. I started like 11. So maybe that interfered with your time, which is fine. I've been just trying to get the RT just because not only benefits people on the East Coast, plus I would rather go from like 11 to 1 or even 10 to noon. Just because, you know, I can do it earlier. It's more people can stay up later maybe that are on the Eastern Standard Time. But nice to see you, DRT. Lo, I see you, my friend. Welcome. Nice to see you. Last time I saw you, Lo, you were watching I was watching Gino's birthday live stream. We were watching that. But yeah, the place, which I can show people, if you ever, it's one place that I'm aware of. Yeah, that's McDonald's. I don't go in there. But the place that they have really nice, expensive good quality pickleball paddles is this place right here. This is where I was with David the other day. It's called Alum Gadgets. But that's where I have all the pickleball equipment, shoes, balls, paddles. Yeah, you got paddles from 3,500 to pesos, Philippine pesos, to 20-something thousand pesos. Do it. Just let me know. As I was saying, it wouldn't be a live stream if I wouldn't at least have 1 to 2 to maybe 3 hiccups. I'm in the shade now. But I will wait. Tony, Houston, we have a problem. Yeah, Jeff Virgil froze, but we lost you. Just let me know. Okay. Thank you. My apologies. I'm just gonna stay right here a minute or two on the corner of the bakery, the Gold Label Bake Shop. Lots of bread with sugar in it, which I don't normally eat, especially that. There's a lot of sugar. The RT says I'm good. Fortune says I'm good. Okay. Now it's a matter, can I go back down this way or put myself at risk? And I gotta wipe the sweat. Always make sure you bring a paper towel. Troy Key, hello Troy. Nice to see you, my friend. What do they say? Been a minute, been a second. Nice to see you, Troy. Spanish bread is the long one. Long one. You mean this one? That looks long. That just looks like too much sugar for me. Yeah, that's, that just looks too sweet for me. And obviously, you got Opia Red Mango. I don't like that stuff. That looks like cheese on it. Hey, SSB. Long time no see. Nice to see you, SSB. How are things going, my friend? It's been a while too. Been a minute, been a second. Now I'm thinking, now can I make a move for it now? Maybe I'll go this way. What is a reverse? Oh boy. I don't know, Philip. I have no idea. I'm not Mr. Well, I can make jokes, but normally my jokes are natural. I'm not good at like those kind of jokes. Third one is the Spanish bread. Second one is ensamada. SSB is. I'm gonna go this way. A lot of people wear LA hats. I think they're jumping on the LA Dodgers bandwagon. Hey, how are you? Yeah, they all jump on the bandwagon of the Dodgers. That's because the Dodgers, I don't know where they're getting this money from, but my goodness. When you have all the money, you can get all the best players. I think it helps a little bit when I always keep the phone in mind. Like, even though I have the new battery, it's probably still smart to let it cool off once in a while. You know, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, he's definitely bringing the money. I don't know. I hope somebody. I'm nothing against any Dodger fans. I'm just getting. I want to see somebody else win. Maybe a team that has the lowest payroll. That happens not often, but it does. Sometimes the live stream disappears. Nice to see you, though. I see you on Facebook.
Yeah.
I see you posting stuff. I'm gonna see if this comes buffering. Yeah. I'll see if. I don't know. Sometimes you go through these different areas. I'll wait until I see Bag of Plenty. He's here. Usually Smart works good. I mean, it's like everything.
5G.
Everything's good. It's just sometimes it just goes. I don't know. It has a mind of its own. Like it just says, "Hey, bye." You know. Wally Bear. My goodness, I haven't seen Wally Bear in forever. I guess I'm back. You guys see me.
Hey.
Back now, Troy says. Okay, now we're good. Where's Augie? Eating again?
Yeah. Did you see there?
Yeah, I thought he would. I thought he would go to the mall to visit his wife.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I'm asking you if he's at the mall.
I see there inside.
I ain't gonna go in there. That'll affect the signal. Just tell him every time I come here, he's eating.
Yes.
I never see him. All right, I'm a.
Hey, Michael.
How are you? You good?
Fine. How about you, Michael?
The sun's out. I'm happy. No more rain. I don't want any more. No more rain. You can't play basketball in the rain. Amping. See you. Oh. I'm good. No more rain. No more rain. Thank you, Bag of Plenty. It's nice to see you too. Sunshine, 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 sunshine. But Wally Bear, man, it's been like Wow. It seems like it's been a while, Wally Bear, but maybe you've been here previously and I just didn't notice maybe, and I apologize for that. Dintour, this is Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines. Or Del Morris. DLM Morris. Yeah, this is Dumaguete, Philippines. I feel bad, like so many people selling the towels. I mean, if I would buy towels all the time, I'd have enough. I wouldn't even have room in my apartment for towels. Smells really good through here, the fruit. And for anybody that cares, I'm gonna go by where the immigration office is. So if you're in Dumaguete in the city and you come by the Greenwich here, pizza on the corner, and then you see the old Unitop building here adjacent on the corner, you go up this way. This is how you get to the immigration office. Remember Greenwich Pizza. Solitude is bliss, says my final destination is Vietnam. Enjoy. Someday I want to visit Da Nang, Vietnam. I appreciate you being here. Solitude is bliss. Bag of Plenty saying let's all subscribe, like, and share. That would be great. If anybody here watching hasn't double tapped the screen, you could give me a like or subscribe if you're interested. I'd just greatly appreciate it. Very thankful and humbled. But thank you, Bag of Plenty, and DRT, blue skies, no rain. Yes, amen to that. So like when you get to this royal stitch, I can't take you in here because you're not supposed to film, but you go down to the very end of this hall to the left. That's where immigration is. That's where you go. So you can accidentally walk. I think this is near the place where Master Fortune was telling me about the bank, that RCBC, PNB, Philippine National Bank. Then you got Metro Bank. How are you? Mayong Mutto. Nice to see you. Amping. I haven't seen him in a while. But then see, I changed my hat. I have a new hat, so sometimes people have to look at me like double take because they're used to see me wear the brown hat. But yeah, these were the banks. I remember Master Fortune, PNB, RCBC. People always ask, are there banks? I'm like, yeah, there's plenty of banks everywhere. Let's see if they have these gas prices updated here. It looks like it. I think it's the same as what the other ones were. 87.90 diesel, silver 93, platinum 95 per liter. So diesel 87.90 pesos, per liter. Inasal. I like Inasal, the food there. The chicken. I don't remember. There's another coffee shop by here, but I don't remember where it is. I went to it like once or twice with Jerome. That place is always busy though. It's like you can see the line in there. They have an upstairs too. The food is good. Chicken, it's like marinated in a salt. Marinated, get rice. A lot of people like getting halo from there. It's okay from there. I don't like the halo that they put beans in it. I don't know why they put beans in halo, but not all the halo has beans in it. There's another, see, here's another bank. There's banks all over the place. Like, I really don't think you'd have a problem if you need to go to a bank. I don't have to go to a bank ever. Not yet, anyway. I do all mine through basically transferring stuff on my phone. My American Bank to Wise, from Wise to Gcash. Digital currency, Gcash, and if I need physical cash, I just get some. I think that coffee shop is up here on the corner. Yep, it is, so I'm going the right way. Another cafe. I try many coffee shops. There are a lot in the Philippines, and I always wonder how they all stay in business. But the typical response here in the Philippines is, Sir Michael, Filipinos just like their coffee. And I'm like, they must. This is this Mulat Cafe here on the corner. A cup of clarity. I've been here like twice. It's good. You know, nice little atmosphere, but it's one of many. One of many. So yeah, Mulat Cafe. So if I go to Asia, it says peace and joy. If I go to Asia, I have to figure out how to transfer money over. That's how it is, American Bank to Wise, W-I-S-E, Wise to Gcash. Yeah, peace and joy. That to me, I've found and learned, unless somebody knows of a cheaper option, I'm always open. As far as transfer fees and whatnot, and getting closest to the actual, what the current exchange rate is, by me going from PNC Bank or whatever bank you have in America or wherever you're at, and then to a Wise, like a middleman, W-I-S-E, and then from Wise to Gcash, works perfect. Perfect, very easy, simple, not minimal fees, if any. You know, some people tend to just go through, what is it called? That people transfer money. It's very expensive. Western Union. I've done that before a long time ago when I didn't know much, and that's very expensive because not only do you have to pay the fee from Western Union, you also have to pay a bigger fee to exchange your currency, and you're just spending a lot more if you do it that way. You can do it that way. But once you learn, you set up your Wise account, your middleman, and Gcash is easy to set up. It's like, wow, this is so easy. Typically, like now it's 61 point whatever to the Philippine pesos to the US dollar. When you transfer and like you get pretty well close to that 61 whatever it is exchange rate. You don't get charged a lot when you do it through US Bank, Wise, W-I-S-E, and then to Gcash. So yeah, peace and joy. Yep. Says, okay, thank you. And the Wise and Gcash, those are all apps that you can do it from the app or, oh yeah, see this guy, Remedy is major. He's right. I did hear that one. Now, I don't know if it's easier, less expensive, but I've heard of Remedy. So thank you for bringing that up. That is very true. I don't know. I can't compare Remedy to the way I do it. Maybe Major can, I'll just call you Major for short. Maybe you can share that. But yes, I have heard people mention Remedy. I'm very happy doing it the way I do it. Oh, my brother Chris, Cool Kingman from Hawaii, just blessed me again. Thank you. I'm going to try and get over here so I can read this. It's bright yellow so I can see it, but I need to read your comment here. And thank you so much, Chris. Nice for you to catch me on my live stream. I did start about 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Philippine time. It says, yo, hold on. It's like very difficult to find a shaded area sometimes here. Right here on the corner. Now I can see him in the shade. Yo, Mike, aloha from Hawaii. Just saying hello. Just got done my route heading home now. Watching while driving. Well, you be safe. No driving, or super chatting, I should say. But thank you so much, Cool Kingman. You always bless me all the time. I can't thank you enough. Hit the volume button. I just kind of closed it and opened it again, just returned. I don't know why. I haven't hit the mute button. Nothing should be muted. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. And again, I'm going towards water, shade. I'm good with I'm good without a sombrero. Pigpen, that's funny. No sombrero for me. Having a sombrero is like having an umbrella. Too much. The shade should help. I'm trying to find shade, but every time when I go shade, it like I get kicked. But we did not hear anything you just said. Are you serious? You can't hear me right now? Abel Hanson? I would think you should be able to hear me, but maybe not. DRT, Can you hear me? Anybody? Houston. Drew Denzel, hello. Do you guys hear me? Yes, no, maybe. All right, Lowell says he can hear me. That must be on that other person's end then. Thank you, Lowell. DRT sound is good. All right, that's all I need to hear. As long as I get verification from you guys, I know I'm good. And again, Chris, Cool Kingman, if you're still here, thank you. I hope you're having a great day. You always make my days blessed and more awesome than they already are. Drew says he can hear me too. Nice, Drew. Denise is here also. Denise Kennedy. I still can't. Like I said, I'm just going right towards the ocean, and usually that's the best place to go. Not much shade, but that's where I'm gonna go. I've had enough of trying to outrun this stream all of a sudden. Blue skies. Much better here. The only thing is, not much shade. Possum with the thumbs up. That must mean things are a little bit better here. Just trying to get in the shade a little bit. Not for me, but for my phone. Oh, where that? I guess that boat's returning. Yeah, I think that's the fast boat. It's like he's making a wide turn. Yeah, the ocean jet. Never saw him come in. Well, I guess they do. Sometimes when I sit here, I get ants. I'm gonna hang in the shade for momentarily. Like I said, the only risk sitting on this thing is the wall behind me, ants. And even though they're tiny little things, those, I don't know, at least these particular tiny ants, they bite. They bite you right in the, as in the Philippines, Bisaya, butt is labut. And they definitely bite right in the labut. But yeah, it's beautiful as I stand here in the shade momentarily just to chill the phone off. It's a little warm. Yes, Possum, ants in the pants. I don't even know. Like I look quickly, but I think they're smart too. They stay in the shade. I don't see any right here, but right now, yeah, they're in there. They're right there. Those little tiny little things bite. So yeah, it's definitely ants in the pants. I'm gonna go this way. Hopefully the heat doesn't affect it too much, but I definitely think that's gonna be a next investment. I have to look around here. I don't know where they sell the fan attachments for your cell phone, but they have them. I was looking at them in the US before I came, but I didn't do it. Yeah, it's nice today. It's feels good right here. I wouldn't be in the Philippines if it wasn't for the ocean. That's for sure. The ocean is very, very, very important to me. Here, I can definitely. Drew, if you're still here, said it was 82 yesterday in Michigan. That's like pretty much perfect weather. I don't know what the temperature is at night, but if you can open your windows at night and go to sleep, that's definitely the best way to sleep if it's cool enough just to have a fan. I'm going over here. It's not working out very well. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do this. Denise says OIRT. Oirt? I don't know what that means. Yeah, for now, DRT. I simply walk down there and I get bumped. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. One of those days. But anybody who's here, still here, it's showing 12, which is better than nothing considering I keep getting bumped. If you are new to the channel and you're not a subscriber, I greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't given me a like, double tap the screen. That would be another nice thing. It just helps my channel grow. It's very simple. Just Amora Aurora. I remember you, Amora Aurora. Welcome, Amora Aurora. Nice to see you. Blue skies with some white, pretty clouds. But other than that, beautiful, beautiful day here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Oh, so you're in Hong Kong. That is very cool. Welcome from Hong Kong. Someday I'd like to visit Hong Kong. That would be very cool. Now Denise says, pert. Amora Aurora says, thank you. You're welcome. You don't need to thank me. I'm thanking you for being here and saying hello. But yeah, Dumaguete, Philippines. It's 12:56 in the afternoon. Yeah, it is nice here. That's why I basically kind of live here. Love the weather. Greetings from New York. The Word of God Inspiration Min. That's a very long name, but welcome from New York. I would come to Hong Kong. I've never been to Hong Kong. Pigpen's still enjoying the scenery, and I appreciate it. And again, my apologies for the same time. So 12:56 Wednesday afternoon. We're on the same time zone. That's nice. That's very cool. So you're not up late. That makes sense. You are definitely close to the same time zone. But the Word of God from Greetings from New York. Again, if you're new to the channel, my name is Michael, born and raised in the United States, specifically Pennsylvania. Lived there virtually my entire life. With the exception of 2 years, I did live in Florida, which I prefer to live in Florida. I'm a warm weather guy. For you, it's 12:56 a.m., so you must be Eastern Standard Time. I'm from Pennsylvania, so I know that's what time it is. When it's 12:57 p.m. here, it's 12:57 a.m. back in Pennsylvania. Mora Aurora, yes, I'm here on a tourist visa. So yes, enjoying learning about the Philippine culture with, aspirations and hopes of visiting. Japan is first on my list. As far as other countries I'd like to visit first, but I'd be okay with visiting Vietnam, maybe like Da Nang, Thailand, but Japan is definitely on my list first. So yeah, the Word of God, you must be on Eastern Standard Time. Lobster GPT says, with a freaking raised eyebrow. Mora Aurora said, you're from Indonesia, but you're living in Hong Kong. Yeah, I know the Eastern Standard Time because that's where I grew up. But if I did live still in the US and Florida, I always say this over and over again, I'd still be working. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now with my current income. I'd have to still continue to work in the US. So blessed and thankful to be here. Enjoying life, learning a new culture, embracing the culture, being healthy and being happy. Put all those things together, I can't complain. Amora Aurora says, I'm working here. That would be a fun experience. I mean, obviously, I assume you like it. Sounds interesting. It would be different to work in a different country. But yeah, sorry to bore everybody right now. I stopped kind of walking just because I kept getting bumped off here the last 20 minutes or so. God bless you too, the word of God. God bless you too. I appreciate you for being here. Again, I'm kind of towards the end of my live stream, but I wanted to find somewhere where I wasn't getting bumped off. It happens sometimes. YouTube, the internet here can be challenging, but you make the most of it. Amora Aurora says, enjoy your day, dear. Well, thank you. You enjoy yours too. MLNRT, nah, not at all. Thank you, MLNRT. Guardian says, what will happen when you run out of money? I'm not going to run out of money because I'm on my pension and savings. So I will have my pension coming until the day I die. So that's a good question though. But no, I'm not going to. Definitely wouldn't be doing that if I was going to run out. That wouldn't be very smart on my part. But good question, Guardian. No, I have a pension, so that's why I'm thankful I have that. But if I was living in the U.S. and I wanted to live on my pension, I wouldn't be able to duplicate my lifestyle there. It would cost way more, much more. Simple as that. So I was not willing to live a life waiting for an unknown future. Sure, I could work till I was 65, 70 years of age. What am I going to be like when that age hits? Is my health going to be good? Is all that hard work and saving and pension and Social Security, is it going to all go towards health care, or am I actually going to enjoy myself? I took action now, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, and I'm blessed and thankful and happy that I decided to do what I do. So Dek says, how beautiful, where is it? This is Dumaguete, Philippines. So Dek. I love chicken adobo, Amora Aurora. That's easy for me. Philippine food, chicken adobo. I eat a lot of eggs though, but I love chicken adobo. I also like Japanese food. There's a couple Japanese restaurants, one in particular, Sakura, Sakura, I go to. Very good food, clean, healthy. I like Japanese food. Dr. Ed said, did you ever hear about the incident in Dallin with a British expat and his wife? I'm not sure, DRT. I heard about the one, someone in Cebulan. I don't know. The guy was like a marine biologist or something like that. If that's the same one, but other than that, I don't know of anything in Dallin. When you decided to make the change, at what age? When I first visited, that's a great question, Guardian. Maybe it's Guardian Man, but it's MN. I came here originally just to explore and sightsee for 2 months when I learned about the Philippines, to see if it would be maybe a potential option for me someday when I would retire. So I came here in July of 2024. I was 54 years of age then. And then I was here for 2 months. Then I liked it so much, within 2 weeks of my 2 months being here, I decided to extend and stay longer, to learn more, to rent an apartment, learn to live here versus treat it as like a vacation like I did when I originally got here. Fortunately, I had savings to be able, in time, to be able to stay here. And that's what I did. Before you know it, I went from July of 2024 to March of 2025. Went back home to the US, but prior to going home, I kind of had an idea that I could retire at 55 with my pension, thank God, and be able to do what I'm doing right now. That's how it all worked out. And then once my 55th birthday hit on April 6th of 2025, pension went into effect in May, and I've been doing this ever since. But I did go home once recently, June 8th through July 9th, unfortunately, not to bring it up, but my mother wasn't doing well, and unfortunately, June 25th, while I was there, she passed away. So yeah, I was in the US from June 8th until July 9th. And definitely a belated birthday, but I appreciate that, Amora Aurora. No problems, Guardian. All I can say to anybody, if your mother is still alive, and I've been saying this repeatedly just because it just means something to me, and how I feel right now. Again, my mother is it's hard even to believe that she's gone yet. I don't even think I've completely accepted that fact. June 25th of this year is not that long ago. But if your mother is still alive, I tell people this. Example, if you hug your mom 10 times a day, hug her 20 times a day. If you tell her you love her 10 times a day, tell her you love her 20 times a day, 10 more, just more. Because someday your mom's not going to be here anymore. And that's probably the hardest thing for me right now. Even though I was living here in the Philippines, being able to see her and talk to her video chat is no more. To ever hug her again is no more, not in this life. And then to tell her I love her and whatnot in this life is no more. So that's the best thing I can say to anybody, that how I feel currently. Yes, I feel like I'm doing maybe much better than what I thought, but I owe all the thanks to so many amazing people that I've met through YouTube, so many amazing people I've met here in the Philippines. People have been so compassionate and loving, and the condolences, everything. And I don't like to repeat that, but I'm just telling you my story. That's why I recently went home for 1 month. And I was ready to come back July 9th just because I knew I think it would be better for me to mourn my mother here in this way. But yeah, just if your mother's still alive, just hold on to her as much as and as best as you can. Maybe I did hear about that DRT. Maybe I did hear about that a little bit. I think I saw it on Facebook. I mean, it's good to be informed, I guess, but sometimes I tend to I don't really read much of that stuff. I see it, but I just don't. I kind of want to stay away from it, from like a mindset thing. I mean, there's stuff that happens all over the world, unfortunately. With social media, technology, we're getting it instantaneously, whereas who knows how much stuff was going on a long time ago before smartphones existed. We just didn't get that information. Now, maybe it seems like it's happening more is because we're getting the information, whereas before we really weren't. A lot of times you get stuff in a newspaper how many days later, and if they didn't report it on television, which I don't watch that anyway, how would you ever know anything, I guess? I appreciate it, Guardian. God bless you too. No worries. And Delta 67, again, I appreciate, saying that. And again, that's what helps me. People that I've never met, that I don't know, so loving and compassionate. I do YouTube, started just because I just wanted to share my journey, my life, inspire and motivate people. And whether I do it, whether I don't, that's okay too. You never know who you touch and you can connect with in this world. You just don't. And this YouTube, social media opens up a whole other world for me. So I just try to be positive. But I mean, I think of my mom all the time. Obviously, I'm talking about her right now. And the best thing I kind of tell myself now is I take her everywhere with me, everywhere I go. You know, whether she really is, obviously we don't know. But for me, right now, I just look at it in the sense that I'll choose to believe she can hear me right now, she can see me, whatever. Whether or not, you know, we don't know. But I look at it in a positive way, in a positive light, and do my best. But I have my moments. I'm human. I'm not absolved from any sadness missing my mom, that's for sure. But appreciate it, Delta, Guardian Man, Amor, Aurora. Loa says, thanks. I'm on SSDI and I would need to work part-time to cover medical expenses to live there, particularly major medical expenses, emergency or surgery, worth it? See, Lowell, that's just such a hard question for me to answer. That's so hard because I don't know enough about that because I'm not experienced in it. Like a lot of stuff, I do get secondhand information that I can share from others, but a lot of stuff is just my own, you know, experiences. I wish I could give you more specifics on that, Lowell. I'm not 100% sure. Pigman says her spirit lives on inside of you. Oh, I definitely believe that. You know, she's with me everywhere I go, no doubt. She's with me on these walks. She gets to see things that I believe she's seeing things that she didn't see before. So, Amora says, stay happy, dear, keep moving. No doubt. And thanks to everybody here. That definitely, you guys keep me moving forward. Tony Cheek says, tell your mom that you love her while she can still hear you. Send her flowers so she can smell them. That's right. How does the U.S. tax system work for the life system? It's not, to me, it's not that difficult. It just depends on your sources of income. It's basically the same. You either do it online, you go through somebody back home. On some people's cases, I mean, if you're under a certain amount, you don't even need to file, as far as I've heard and read online. You know, that just depends on where you're at financially. But yeah, I have a contact back home that I could do it, but you could also do it online. I think Gino has mentioned before, he's done his through one of the main tax things online. You know, it just comes down to your income. Is it a pension? Is it Social Security? I don't have that, not yet. I am working, Lois says I'm working towards moving there, but am I making a mistake? Once I move, can never afford to return to the U.S. Again, Lowell, depends on, I don't know what your financial situation is. I mean, maybe there are people that couldn't afford to live like back in the U.S. maybe. You can still travel back home for a time period if you have like siblings or other family and stuff like that. Those are all things you have to think about, obviously. That's a good question, definitely. I don't know, I wouldn't say you're making a mistake, but I guess everybody's situation is different. Your situation, Lowell, is different than mine. Mine's different than, say, Gino. Gino's is like, everybody's different, you know. What I can do necessarily based off of me and my health and my situation is certainly going to be more different than yours, and I know you know that, but I can't say whether or not you'd be making a mistake. Certainly, I think it's good to travel. You could be here, you could be in Vietnam, you could be in Thailand. There could be places that maybe you want to see, and maybe you have a better vibe somewhere else, or a better living situation. You know, a lot of people like Thailand because you hear about better hospitals and stuff like that. Everybody's different. Hello, Lynn Angel. Hello, Lynn Angel. Nice to see you. DRT says, at Lowell, finding employment as a foreign national is very challenging. Yeah, that's what I've heard also. Again, I can't answer questions, and I won't even begin to try to guess, assume anything. That wouldn't do any of us any good. Guardian says, enjoy your life over there, sir. Thank you. No, thank you, Guardian. I hope you come back again. I hope we've convinced you to be a subscriber and just You know, anytime, any questions, even if I can't answer it. There's Philippine friends that I have here. Master Fortune is one of them that, honestly, if he don't know, I don't know who would know, but he does. Chris, did I miss you, Chris? CKN, Maryland. Hi, Chris. Nice to see you, my brother. Sorry if I missed you earlier. Damn, how did I miss you? Another Chris is my friend. He's from Maryland, although it says CKN, New Jersey. He lives in Maryland. Lowell says, I plan to teach English online. I get very limited SSDI, hence why I'm looking to move. I struggle here. And I know you watch Gino, Lowell, between Gino's knowledge, Master Fortune's knowledge, I'm sure those two could give you the best insight as for your situation, certainly better than me. That's, my opinion. They're going to know a lot more than me. I can only give you perspective from 2 years being here. Obviously, I've gone home to the U.S. twice within those 2 years. So I definitely, I have my own experiences, but from health benefits, the doctors, and pre-existing health conditions, I'm probably the last person that I'd be the last person to answer some of those questions unless I experience it myself. Jeff Slick, hello sir, I'm working on moving there. Now I save to deposit when I get there to self-insurance, maybe, and $1,200 a month Social Security. I want, okay. You have that much saved. These questions are tough too, because I don't know what type of lifestyle you need, prefer, how luxurious of a lifestyle you have, but it's good you have money saved. That's smart. You don't need to get specific over, but 1,200 Social Security is good. I went to 10,000 U.S. deposit before moving. That all sounds fine. I kind of wish Master Fortune was here on that. They usually, yes, insurance. Okay, now I'm following you. Again, Jeff, I don't know what your health situation is like. I'm not like this Philippines financial health assistant guide. Like I don't know all those things. I know what I can do based off of my income. That's being healthy. That's not having any pre-existing, like health conditions. I know what I enjoy eating. I don't need to eat out all the time. There's so many things that come into play, Jeff. That is good. I've heard them say between $1,200 and $1,500 a month, based on things currently now, is nice to have coming in per month to live off of. But you also, for me, like, you want to be able to save money too. Not just, you don't want to have that, in my opinion, paycheck to paycheck kind of thing. I don't think that's good. All I can say is, most importantly, I'd say the number one thing is your health. You want to make sure you have good health. I think that makes making this decision a lot easier. And yes, things can change at the blink of an eye. You could be as healthy as a horse, and the next day maybe something goes wrong, which could happen to me or anybody. That's my limited knowledge, opinion, experience, expertise on any of that. You want to live outside the city and cook. No, that's good. Like, I prefer to cook myself. I'm somewhat closer to the city just because I like to walk, and I like, especially here in Dumaguete, I prefer it. It's not, they call it Dumaguete City, but I don't look at it as a city. It's more like a town to me. I love this. It's like a boardwalk that we're familiar with in the U.S., and it goes very far way down. I love the ocean. I'm very content with simple things in life. I understand, bud. But okay, that's good. Let me see. Lowell says, Gino says I need to get my medical more stable, but he says my SSDI is doable. Just need money for emergencies. Yeah. Why looking at working again part-time? That is where I lack poor health. However, I'm medically stable. Lowell, I'm sorry that you even have to deal with anything medical. I wish none of us had to. But that's something that's very, 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 very important. It was vital in my decision making. I mean, it was something that allowed me to make my decision. I wouldn't say it was easy, but to me, it's like, what do they always say? Everybody, we all have a million problems until we have health issues, and then we only have one problem. That's kind of, I think, how they say it, which makes sense. But I hope you can like improve your health, Lowell. I'm sorry to hear that. That's why I do what I do. That's why I walk. That's why I'm picky about what I eat. That's why I don't drink alcohol. That's why I do everything that I can possibly do to give myself the best opportunity to live a healthy life and prevent anything from creeping up on me sooner than maybe I want. That's kind of the best way I can do it. But welcome again, Jeff Slick, and anybody new to the channel, if you so kindly double tap, give me a like. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd also appreciate that. Where are we at? 128 minutes. Jeff Slick, thanks for the walk around. Stay healthy. Walking, in my opinion, is the longevity of life. That's my opinion based off of years of walking. That's my opinion. I believe it works. But thank you, Jeff. Hope to see you again. Chris says, true. Health is really the ultimate wealth. It is. Because what happens if you have health issues? It costs a lot of money. And so many people, unfortunately, based off of me living in the U.S., what do I see a lot of? People work for a very long time. Then they retire at a certain age, much older than I am now. Then they have all these health issues. So all that money that they work so hard for, the pensions, the savings, the 401k, it all ends up going into healthcare and like stuff. I just don't want to do that. I'll deal with whatever comes in my future when it gets here. I'm living one day at a time, and I hope that makes sense to people, but that's what I'm doing. I went with what was working right now. And life is too short, goes by too fast. Like yesterday I was 18, 20, 21, and now I'm like 56. It goes by, man. I'm thankful and blessed for what I have at my age to be able to do what I can do. Unfortunately, I was born with a bad lungs and a heart. And again, Lowell, I appreciate you being here and you being open with your personal life. I'm sorry to hear that. Homer, just call you Homer. I don't know what all that is. Tiki Tough something, but welcome, Homer. I think of Homer Simpson. But anyway, I think everybody, if you haven't given me a subscribe, well, you can do it later. If you haven't given me a like, double tap the screen before I sign off. I appreciate everybody being here. Again, my apologies for the glitching. It happens. And Pigpen, thank you so much for the gold coin. God bless you. Appreciate your generosity, your continued support. Everybody who's been here. If you're new, OGs, take care, Lowell. Mr. Mikey, good to see you. Came in late. Hey, better late than never, right? It's okay. I started early, Mr. Mikey, although you're up kind of late. It is 1:22 in the morning for you, Mr. Mikey. But, you know, from one Michael to another, it's always nice to see you. Beautiful hot day here, and it's not raining, so that's a good thing. There's no rain. Past couple days have been rain-free. Miss Flo Flowers, I remember you. Thank you for saying hello. I'm sorry to be going so soon. DJ Kirby Puckett, man, where are you guys all coming? Did you guys plan this? You're all showing up when you know I'm gonna be signing off. DJ Kirby Puckett's here. Yeah, I started early, like about 11 a.m. So I'm already at 131 minutes, well over my 2 hours. But I'll be back. You know how that works. Um, Good to see you too, Mr. Mikey. You're like, ever since you came into my live stream, whenever that was, not that long ago, uh, it was a connection, probably because you're a Michael. Oh, I remember you, Faye. Faye's here. You were on the phone. No worries. Hey, Kirby Puckett, DJ, you have a life. It's okay. You don't need to explain to me. Um, the only one I keep worrying about is Michelle Pelletier. I know I say it over and over again. I wish I knew where Michelle Pelletier was. DJ, yes, you will. We'll catch you the next time. DRT, Faye, nice to see you. Again, until the next time, wherever you're at, I'm going to end it with this. Tell your mom you love her. Give your mom a hug if she's still alive. That I should say, and I want to say. In memory of everything I do moving forward in my life is from the memory of my mother. Her memory will be forever with me. That's for sure. So, Mom, looking up seems appropriate. This is for you. Miss you, Mom. Always. God, I love my mom. But wherever you're at, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Have a just good rest of the day. Sleep well if you're going to bed. And I look forward to seeing you all again. And yeah, Dr. Red, thanks, Mom. Chris, man, you do a lot for me too, man. You bless me so much, Chris. Grab some coconut on your way home. That's a lot of coconut water for that super chat, Chris. But I appreciate that. I don't know if you're home or you're still, remember you told me where you were going. I don't want to share, but anyway, I don't know if you're home yet, but obviously your internet's working. Chris, thank you. The other Chris, CKN Maryland, not New Jersey, but thank you so much. Faye, Mr. Mikey says, Michael, yes indeed, brother. I don't leave the house without telling her I love her. And that's all I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. And maybe it'll be a thing I do from here on out. Before I say goodbye to everybody, I'm just going to include my mom. I have been including her in all my live streams recently, and it's because I'm always thinking of her. It's tough, guys. It's tough. You're still in Dominican Republic. Okay, Chris. Your internet's working, but love your moms. And if your mom's passed like mine, I'm sure you never forget her either. Have a good one, Faye. And God bless everybody. Have a great day, great evening. And I'll see you guys all again next time. Thank you for everything, always. Texas Miner, thank you too. And remember, tell your mom you love her. Give your mom a hug. And if you're not close to her, tell her you love her as many times as you possibly can. Just do it. My dad, something hit me in the mouth. Miss Flo Flowers, before I go, my dad's doing okay. I'll probably end up talking to him tomorrow. He always forgets to call. Leave it that responsibility on him, but sometimes he forgets. But Faye, you're welcome. Miss Flo Flowers, I'll see you guys all soon. Remember, hug your mom, love your mom. Love you guys, and see you later, and thank you always. See you. Oops. Yeah, just hold on, making sure. All right, now I'm going.